Fielded in the end zone, it's Buckmeyer. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Quarterback will keep it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Buckmeyer. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two.
Oh, he's got some space. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU.
Man, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he capped it off with some swag and some speed with a 73-yarder for the score. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
3rd and 6 yards to go. On the move. There's some room. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And As a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Hansen. Makes it past the marker. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. To the air. It's Beck. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Penn State. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bachmeier. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Play of the period, first down here. The give to the lone running back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Off play action. Here's the pressure. Oh, he makes the catch. Stumbled to the ground.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
And the Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They want to run this quarterback. Here's a little room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Coming out with it, it's Bachmeier. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll toss it. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. The Cougars want to pick up the tempo.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Looking to pass, it's Bachmeier. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, one thing you know about Penn State when you've watched them play in recent years is they were absolutely loaded at running back. Maybe the best 1-2 combination over the last several seasons in Nick Singleton and Kaytron Allen, David. Now both those guys are gone. There's going to be some new faces toting the rock, but this is Penn State. They've got to be able to run the ball.
They do, and you think about this new era with Matt Campbell coming over, obviously bringing Hansen at the running back spot, but you know how he likes to do it, man. Multiple tight ends, run the football. Rocco Beck's going to be steady at quarterback, so whether it's Hansen, whether it's Peoples who comes over from Ohio State, I expect the ground game to be what Penn State fans are used to.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Hansen. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Quarterback keeps it. That'll be enough to move the chains, and it'll also take us to the 2-minute timeout. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Beck. He makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They'll run it with James Peoples. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bachmeier. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the option. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Trying to beat the D deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Corrals it at the 45. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a crease, it's Hansen. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Nittany Lions are in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical 3rd down situations.
Touchdown, Penn State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the run, it's Martin. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Right back to the well. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with a look at the Rice Owls taking on the Northwestern Wildcats. And it's Rice with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours.
They'll open the second half on the ground. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Handoff for Peoples. Fights off a defender. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Here's Peoples one more time.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Finding some room. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's a gift to Peoples. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the 1st down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Penn State!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he added the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Bachmeier. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football. But he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate. Pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. They'll run the option. Now the toss. On the move is the 30. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man, and they lost the pitch.
He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it down the field. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. On the option. Quick toss. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Cougars! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Peoples again. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Across the 45. Gashing the D on the right. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Here's Peoples one more time. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here's Peoples. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is good. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats.
Number 94, set to kick it away.
And here he comes out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Right back to the well. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. He'll pull it down. Finds a crease at the 20. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They're going to run it to the right. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. This is a designed run. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Jumped on top of the pile.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down, 4th down coming from the 48.